Good morning. Here we are today with our fun fairies. See what they have to say today. For those of you just joining in, this is the original fairy that my great-grandmother had created. And this is from the 50s, and she used to make them with remnants from dresses that she would make for my mother. So it was a little fun pixie doll. And I ended up with friends who ended up really loving them for their children. So I started making them for their kids. Then they have evolved tremendously into, this is what they look like now without their wings. I've added lavender to their hats. It smells so good. And I've also, some of them have magnetic hematite in their hands. So it'll stick like a magnet, which is really fun. And hematite takes away any negativity. Then I hand dye their faces varying shades of lavender and hand paint them. They have super fluffy hair. And then inside I sew different crystal hearts, such as rose quartz, which is for unconditional love and infinite peace. That's sewn inside a fairy's heart. And those are the properties that they offer. It's really exciting. Then they receive, let me put this lady right there. They receive wings, which are removable, and you can order extra wings. So here are the wings. And the wings offer a messenger tube where you can exchange positive messages back and forth with your fairy. Like, we believe in you, we think you're awesome, life is amazing, all these fun things. So here are the wings. I'll just fluff them up a little bit, and I'll attach them to this one so you can see. This is my vintage heirloom fairy right here. And so I just tie on the wings, and then it comes with a little owner's manual. It's really fun. And let's take a look here. Here we are. I'll just tie this on. And each fairy can be customized based on what emotional support you need the fairies to assist with. So this is what she looks like with her wings on. So it's really kind of a fun little fairy. Now, the interesting thing is, hold on one second. Since we're here chatting about fairies, this is the little letter that comes with each fairy. So it says, "Dear you, did you know that the fairies danced the day you were born at Unicorn Square? The fairies are so glad to have this adventure with you. They are here to share their magic so you can learn to be your unique, special self. The fairies will never judge anyone for their actions, but will offer encouragement to make better choices. They do not spy, yet will always be there when you need them. The fairies are about positivity, happy messages, and simply reminding us that tomorrow is another chance to try again. We believe in you." That's an awesome message from the fairies. So they have three special things. Our hearts are made of powerful crystals. These crystals are cleansed in the ocean waters or in water with Hawaiian sea salts in it to cleanse the crystals. They soak up energy from the sun for 3 days and then rest under the full moon for 1 night. Fairies need to have their hearts recharged frequently, so please take them out to play in nature. Our fairy wings feature a quiver, which is a message holder. Write a message, roll it up, and put it in the quiver. The fairies always get your messages. And our hats are infused with dried lavender flowers that help us feel calm and happy. How to take care of your fairy. Talk to your fairies because the fairies love to talk story. Have your parents send the picture of your fairy to Unicorn Square, which is fairies@unicornsquare.com, or at Unicorn Square on Instagram or on Facebook. My wings are interchangeable, and I love new wings, and they grow too. If your fairy gets a little dirty, you can spot clean it, but it loves to play, so it doesn't really mind getting dirty. And you can take it outside often, so my heart recharges in the sun. Each fairy is uniquely different, and they're not perfect. No one is. So please love the small details that make you and your fairy special. Where are the unicorns? Oh, I get this question a lot. The fairies get this question a lot. Oh, they said that too. That's so fun. Unicorns love to gather at Unicorn Square. They do. There's a ton of them there. It's where magical creatures and goodness gather from everywhere. And it is such a beautiful place. And the unicorns, though, are very shy, and they have very sensitive ears for sounds. So they always just send a lot of fun and happiness your way. And so that comes with each fairy, which is really kind of a fun little message. So it's a happy little friend to have in your world. And we can always change up different crystals, like I was saying, for different needs. So we can have rose quartz for unconditional love and infinite peace. We can add in a citrine heart for sunshine and happiness. It's like the jazz hands of crystals. And we can add in a fluorite, and fluorite is for clarity of mind, but also it'll help organize your space. So it'll be a cleaning fairy, which is really kind of fun. We can add in protection crystals and all kinds of just different goodness based on what you need for assistance for your fairies. So today we're going to take a look to see what the fairies have to say. I'll put this lady right here. Wait, I want to put her up. I'm going to put her in a bowl of tiger's eye. So what do we have is a message from the fairies today. We have a big day in the workshop. I have a lot of fairy orders that I'm taking, completing, which is always really fun and exciting. And so that's always awesome. And I will start to sew some of them on here. But make sure that you like and share and subscribe if you enjoy these fun messages from the fairies each day. And so we'll take a look to see what we have happening here. And let's take a look. Here's one message from the fairy. Dear fairies, what kind of messages would you like to chat about today? This is always very fun. And also today I have a podcast. We'll be hanging out with a magical creature sketch artist, and I'm really excited about that. So you can check that out on my website, unicornsquare.com. And yeah, oh, how about this? This is always fun. So the fairies are saying to make music. Oh, I love that. It's always nice to make music. And so we'll be adding in a citrine, which is, I love it for creativity. And then it says to visualize. So it's really good to think good thoughts and visualize a really awesome day happening for you, which I think is always really important and fun. Your streamers are all over the place. So visualize a really great day happening for you. And I always like to do that, like, let's see. Let's say, let's do, yeah, this one, I like this one that's Labradorite. And that one is super awesome, sparkly. And so how I usually like to work with my crystals. So if we have them sewn inside the fairy, this fairy would support making music, visualizing awesomeness. And then the last card is health. So we would add in an amethyst, which is really great for health. And so that's what your fairy will support for you. And then also you can always have these outside of your fairy as well, a duplicate set. And as you take charge of your day, you can say, today I'm visualizing an awesome day. You can put that in your pocket as a little extra support as you go off along your way. Or you can carry your fairy. There's fairies in offices and schools. A lot of children have them. They're in a lot of hospitals. They support wherever they're needed, which is super awesome. I have a gardening fairy that helps gardens grow. And also fairies, if you just need a little oomph, will hop in and give you a little extra encouragement too, which is nice. So that's our fairy of the day. It's always really exciting. And I'll show you a couple more that we have here too. Here's a neat little one that hugs her legs. So this one's kind of fun. And I like it because it's kind of country, but kind of out in the wilderness too at the same time. Super wild, fun hair. Let me just tuck her legs in here. And I like this one. When their legs are tucked, it's like, that's how the original was. And I like it because it's like, tell me a story. Let's hang out. It'll be really fun to visit. And so there's hers right there. And her streamers on her cap are really neat because it's like a little, it's like a growing vine, which I love. And then she has little red wings. So it's a fun one. So we have that one. And then we have the same thing, but in a green. This is like a little woods fairy, which I think is really fun, hanging out in the woods. There's her face. Oh, they're so much fun. And there's the little messenger tube in the back. And then the fern fairy is amazing. Here's the fern fairy. I love them all, but the fern fairy has a lot of really awesome earth energy. So it has lavender in its hat, and then it has bumblebees and ladybugs and ferns and praying mantis and all kinds of awesome outdoors in the garden and in nature kind of energy. And it has 4 crystals. Green aventurine, which is great for the earth. Also tree agate, which is safety and security. And moss agate, which is seeing the beauty in all you behold. And a little bit of peridot, which is awesome for the earth. So that's what this one is too. So that's a little fairy overview for the day. I hope you join me every day. So we'll just chat a little bit about fairies. I might bring some unicorns out too, which would be super fun. And I hand sew everything in my workshop every day. And you can make sure to like and subscribe and share. And then also you can hit the little button that'll give you an announcement every time I go live and hop on. And I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Unicorn Square, also Twitter. And like I said, I have a podcast coming out today with Magical Creature Sketch Artist, and it's super fun to do. So you can tune in for that. But thank you very much for joining along, and I hope you enjoyed today's episode. It's always fun.